Hello, this is Nevis here. I'm just going to go over how to use Audacity in a really simple manner. So, for example, I want to create an audio file for each of my slides in a presentation. So without going to any particular slide at the moment, imagine I'm using two screens because it's not filming here, but and on the second screen I have my slides where I can read off the slides because Audacity won't be filming me, it's just getting my audio. So one of the first things I want to do is I want to click on File and save the project. So save project as, I can say OK, and now it will open up. Save, and we'll go look at that later. Okay, so now that I've given it a name, it's going to be easier to make sure that I don't lose anything while I'm recording. The other thing I want to do is I want to check which microphone it's selected. So I'm going to tell it to select H6, which is the microphone I'm using. And I've selected also the Realtek high definition headset, which is what I'm using. Let's give this a go. The easiest way to use this is by, up here you see these buttons, and that's the easiest. This is the record button. This is the fast skip to end, skip to start, stop, play, and pause. So easy. You've just got to make sure that you're and that it's on stereo and not mono recording. That the recording volume, let's raise that a little bit. We'll go and test it after. I'm just going to pop it there. So when I'm testing, it should show up. Click to start monitoring. There we go. And that's the playback volume. Don't need to worry about that now. We have some other symbols, other things that it can do. We're not worried about that right now. So let's go ahead and begin recording. So I'm going to click on record. Hello, this is Nevis. This is slide 1. I'm going to be talking about how to use Audacity in the classroom. Thank you for listening. I don't really need that. Just say, for example, okay, so now that's done. Let's go back to the beginning, and just by using your cursor, it'll take you back to the beginning. Right there, it's on 0, 0. I can call this, give it a name. I'm going to call it slide 1, just because this is what we're going to be doing in this particular project. We're going to be calling each track the slide number that the track will belong to. Now you can go as long as you like. It doesn't mean that because I've done a short one it has to be short. Now just say, for example, okay, let's play it now. Let's see if we can hear that. Hello, this is Nevis. This is slide 1. I'm going to be talking about how to use Audacity in the classroom. Thank you for listening. Okay, they just say I don't want to use that thank you for listening there. All I'm going to do is select it with the cursor, and I can either go to edit and click on delete, or I can just press the delete button on my keyboard, either one. Now at the beginning here I noticed that there is some interference or some sound noise, so I'm going to silence that, and if I click on I think it's generate silence, there we go, and okay, and there it is, it's gone. Let's just play that again, and as you can see that went. Now just say there was at the end here I want to get rid of that breathing and any noise at the end. I can do exactly the same thing. Sorry, generate silence. Okay, and there it is, and it's nice and clean. Now before I go ahead and record another slide or another audio piece, what I need to do is I need to mute this one. Okay, so it's muted. Bring my cursor always back to the start, so it's on 0, 0. And I'm just going to make this smaller so it's out of the way. And that is muted. Just let me check. It's muted, see? Make it smaller. And now I'm just going to make another recording. Welcome to slide 2 of this presentation. We will be talking about education facilities in digital learning. Okay, so that's done. I'm happy with that. I'm going to now call it slide 2. Now it can be introduction slide, you can have a name, whatever you want, but obviously the more you write them, you can also copy and paste from the previous slide, so you can copy it. So if you make it longer, it's not a problem. So I'm going to say okay, and there it is there, slide 2. Again, I'm going to go to the beginning. Actually, sorry, I'll show you this. So if I'm at the end and I want to go skip to the start, there it is. And if I want to skip to the end, there it is, it's gone to the end. Okay, so I'm going to skip to the start again, and there we go, it's a 0. That's the easiest. And now I'm going to play so I can check where I want to get rid of any interference. Welcome to slide 2 of this presentation. We will be talking about education facilities in digital learning. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of that interference at the beginning. Again, I've selected it, I'm just using the mouse and sliding it along, pressing and sliding along. So all I'm doing is clicking and then sliding along. I'm holding the mouse button, but I'm not using any other key on the keyboard. So just using the mouse, and I'm using the right mouse button, and I'm just holding that as I slide my mouse along. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Let me grab the end there. I'm going to silence that, so generate silence. Okay, I want to go back to the start, and let me select up to here because that looks like interference, and generate silence. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, I want to make slide, oh, okay, in the middle here, let's check that. So there's some interference noise in there. We're going to silence that as well. Generate silence. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Again, that's noisy. Let's generate silence. And you can do lots of other things, but that's not necessary for what we need to do in this particular project. Mute it. Close it. Now I can go on and make as many of these as I like. What I should be doing every now and again is Control S, which is save. Okay, so you can either do it on your keyboard or go into File and Save, or Control S. Okay, quite easy. So now what I need to do, just say for example I'm happy with that. I've done my 8, 9, 10 slides and I've got all my audios ready. What I need to do now is make them, at least the first ones, make them bigger so I can see what I'm doing. And I need to begin unmuting the first one that I want to export. So what I'm going to do now is I go into File and I want to export the audio. And what will happen is I will only be exporting the audio that is unmuted. So I'll say save because that's the folder, and this is the metadata that appears, just appeared on the other screen, so I'm showing you here. So here I can call it whatever I want. Education is the genre, track number 1, and because that could be the slide, and I can also say to set it as a default so it'll come up like that all the time. So I'm going to say okay, wait for it, and that was really fast but it did do it already. So now I'm going to mute that one and unmute slide 2. Again, I will go into, export audio. Okay, so now we have our 2 slides. I'm just going to mute that one again for the moment and go and have a look where it is. Trial Audacity. There they are, the 2, they're both here. So I'm going to be talking about how to use Audacity in the classroom. Okay, there's slide 1 and there's slide 2. Welcome to slide 2 of this presentation. We will be talking about education facilities in digital learning. Okay, so once you've finished all the slides, we're going to use another program to join them all in together. So that's the next tutorial. So here I am again. I'm going to show you what happens if I want to export the selected audio, export multiple, so tracks, using label track name, override existing files, don't do like that, MP3 files, options, quality, it's creating the file for Audacity, slide 1, no, slides. So, okay, export. They're the two, slide 1, slide 2. Okay, now we'll go and check the file on the desktop. New folder. And there they are in a folder. So let's just check them. About how to use Audacity in the classroom. Okay, so there's slide 1 and presentation. We will be talking about education facilities in digital learning. Okay, great. So we now have the 2 slides in a folder as well. And that's the way you can export them. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Remember to ask questions below this video. This is Nevis signing off. Thank you for listening.